All right. Well, thank you, ABH1 Stoffer, for coming. And welcome everybody that will be watching this recording. So the first question I always like to start off with is, you have your eligible, uh, whatever you would like to call them, recruits or whatnot, coming in, and the first question hopefully they're going to ask is, why should I choose the Navy? So what might students want to know about a career in the Navy?
So with the Navy, we have a lot of different opportunities, a lot of special warfare programs. We have nuclear engineering. We have our spec war program, which includes our Navy SEALs, Navy divers. Also, our Navy corpsmen. All of our programs also come with college, they're ACE accredited. So every training you get, you're actually getting free college credits. So if you're interested in college, it also helps you on that end as well. Plus, we have our Forever GI Bill, which is a $50,000, 36 months worth for a 4-year degree of college, completely free. Also, we have our tuition assistance, which gives you, while you're in, so you don't have to use your GI Bill, you're getting free credits to take college, completely paid for, your college, your books, while you're actually working with the Navy. Most of our programs is depending on where you qualify, and that's going to be completely up to you. One of the benefits with the Navy versus some things is that you don't sign a contract until you pick your job. So when we send you and you pick your job, then you sign a contract. So does that sound pretty good?
Yeah, that's actually one of my main questions about. I know certain. So let me ask you: can a student pick like a general field, or are they actually picking the exact job they want when they go in the Navy?
We have both. We have what's called an undesignated program, or CPAC or APAC, which is a surface or air program, or they can actually choose a particular job that they qualify for. So it's actual one job that they say, yep, that's what I want to do. As long as they qualify for that job, that's what they will get, and that's when they will sign their contract.
Okay, excellent. Now you briefly spoke about the college tuition programs, which is great. I'm kind of curious for Navy, especially if, I mean, we always kind of associate Navy with water. So if you're kind of, I think some students would kind of be wondering a little bit, if you're in the Army and you're stationed somewhere, how are you going to go to college? So what might that look like if you're, say, on a boat?
With our ships, we are always connected with the internet. You'll always have a computer system. We have libraries on board our ships, regular library along with the computer library. You're given the time to be able to go and take online classes while you're on ship. During a deployment, we also bring actual teachers on board that will teach a class. It's usually math or English or science, and they actually teach the class throughout, I believe it's a 6-week course. And you go to the course for an hour a day, take the class with the teacher on board the ship, and knock out a math, English, or a science class. And then, like I said, you can be taking, I'm sorry. You can be taking classes online. So say your normal work day, once your work day is over, you can go to a computer lab, sit down, take a course, get your online classes knocked out. So by the time your first contract is up, you're already knocked out a significant portion of your degree. And your degree, whatever you choose, doesn't have to be the job that you have in the Navy.
That's great to know. I'm not very familiar with the Navy, so that's great information. So one thing that, which is kind of standard across the board, but I like each and every recruiter to talk about it a little bit, is what can the
No, we
New
actually have
air or not
airmen
new
over in the
airmen. I'm
Navy too.
sorry,
So
that's my bias coming out. I'm Air Force. So okay, well, perfect. And I meant ship. I didn't mean boat. So ship. But the so what might the
so
new
for the first year, if you include everything that you actually get, it's not just a base pay that you would look up online for military pay charts. That's going to give you just a base pay. We get that, but we also, on top of that, you have money for housing, money for food. You also get, if you're stationed on board a ship, you would get what's called sea pay. So with everything together, for just a brand new sailor coming in, if you add everything together, you're looking right around $60,000 a year.
okay. And I know this is probably, if I could guess, probably one of the number one questions you get is what could they expect military training?
So our basic training, due to COVID, right now is a 10-week program. Your first 2 weeks, of course, is a isolation, just so make sure you don't have any symptoms of COVID-19. Then you'll be put through an 8-week training course. You do a lot of hands-on training. We have a area that has been built by Disney, actually, animatronics, to simulate life on board a ship, of the piping, the everything that you would have to go through and do possibly on a daily basis. You would learn through regular job, plus you're going to learn emergency situations, how to deal with them. We have our normal, what's called physical readiness test, which is a PRT. You'll be having to run that. It's a 1.5 mile run, which for males has to be done in under 16 minutes, and for females under 18 minutes initial. Push-ups, and now we do planks instead of sit-ups. Those are the three main things. You have to get at least 60 push-ups for males, and I believe it's 40 for females. And then it's a 1.5-minute plank from your elbows. So you'll actually be on your elbows in the plank position. That's what you're trained towards during boot camp. It's not a lot of physical, it's more mental. We want to make sure that you are mentally ready and mentally stable to deal with any type of situation that might come across in being out on the ship, because you are the only ones that are out there when you're out on the water.
Which kind of brings me to my next question. Definitely for you guys, it's probably a little bit different from normal branches, I would assume, depending, of course, on what your career field is. But can you talk a little bit about like what a possible?
So depending on the type of ship you're on, we have carriers, then all the way down to, which is our largest ships, and down to our destroyers, smaller ships. Anywhere, the smaller ships are a maximum of a 7-month deployment. Our larger ships, the carriers, are up to a 10-month deployment. We do look, hopefully, with COVID letting up and we can start opening things up. You normally would pull into a new port at least once a month. So it's not just a straight 7 to 10 months just sitting out to sea. While you're out there, you'll be doing training exercises with other countries, doing maritime, making sure nothing's going wrong. Once you pull into port, you'll get a little bit of time off. We have what's called MWR. It's our morale and welfare program. They schedule tours, they schedule fun ideas, things like that for when you go into port, so that you're not really, okay, what do I do? I've never been here. They actually give you some things to go out and see the sights and see a lot of really nice things. And I've loved it. I've been to about 9 or 10 different countries. I've seen a lot of really cool things. I've been to Israel. I've got to go see a lot of things over there. That was really impressive. Dubai, great place to go. A lot of little things like that. So it's not just, like I said, it's not stuck on the boat for 7 to 10 months.
And I think that brings us, that's a good kind of question to lead into. So what are a few of the misconceptions people may have about the
The
Navy
big one
that
is that
you kind of
we're
come into
constantly
contact that
just
you're like, no,
out to sea.
that's not quite
That's not
true?
true at all. I've been at sea commands for a little over 10 years. And I've done roughly about 4 deployments over that 10-year span. We actually are back home in port in the United States a lot of the time. So something where somebody's thinking, oh, I'm on a ship, I'm going to be gone. Yeah, you will be gone. There are times, but you're not going to be just, okay, I'm on the ship, that's all I do. No, we're either Norfolk or San Diego, California are our 2 main ports for our ships. And it's like a normal job. You would go in the morning, do your job during the day, and then go home at night. So it's not I have to live on the boat 24/7, 7 days a week. You can be out and live just a normal life. It's like a normal job. Now, when you do go out to sea, yes, you are on the ship 24/7, but you're not working the whole time. You will still have, it's basically like shift work. You would work an 8 to 10 hour day, do your job, whatever it may be, and then you'll have downtime, whether it be go work out, relax. They do have MWR on board the ships as well. So they have set up things for like game nights. A lot of people bring gaming consoles, play video games, computer games, all that kind of stuff. Also, when you're on the ship, we have telephones and we have the internet, so you can stay in contact with people back home. So it's not like you're cut off completely from everybody back home.
Excellent. So what is a piece of advice that you have for someone just entering the branch of the military period? And then,
so my biggest thing is do your research. Come talk to someone that knows, because if you do your own research and that's all you go off of, you might not get all the information. Research is free. Information is free. So don't take it at, I looked online and it said this, when really there might be a lot more to it. Come in, talk to someone that really knows what they're been in. I've been in for 15 years. I know a lot of different stuff when it comes to the Navy. It's not as cut and dry. And if you are looking forward and wanting to move forward, my biggest thing is with the military in general is know you are going in the military. Don't think it's just a job, because you got to have a mindset that you want to make this work. And it's very easy to get through the military and make yourself go up in rank very fast.
which actually, let's kind of backtrack on that a little bit. One thing we didn't talk about that I wanted to kind of hit on was the possibility of advancement. I know most of the branches are quite similar.
Maybe we are actually the only branch that advances by actually taking a test on your knowledge of your job. We do have what are called evaluation reports. It's by your chain of command. They look to see how you're doing, how you're adapting, how well you're learning your job. Then twice a year, once you, let me backtrack a little bit, because you actually go automatically from E1 to E3. It's over a 9 month, 6-month period. So it goes 9, 9, 6, and then you are up to an E3. Once you hit E3 and go the last 6 months, now you're eligible to take the advancement exam for E4, our 3rd class petty officer. Then what it is a test based on just your job. You score, your points are added up along with your eval. You're giving a score from your eval as well. Those two together, Big Navy comes up with a baseline number to say they want to advance. They need this many third classes in your particular rate or job. If you score over that, you advance. If you do not, you go to the next test cycle. We do, like I said, 2 tests a year, every March and every September.
Good to know. So real quick, that kind of runs out of our questions, but just real quick, is there anything you want to?
So, like I said, we like to have fun. My particular job, I'm at ABH. We work very hard out to sea, but when we're in port, we like to have a lot of fun. And that's generally the Navy a lot all the way around. We're not set up to where you're going to work 24/7, 7 days a week. We want you to be able to go out, have the family time, have your own time. When you're at work, we want you to work. But when you're at home, we want you to be having fun responsibly and come back into work. It's that simple. So if you're looking for a good time plus making a really good lot of money, Navy is the way to go.